Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cloud9 Blessings, the channel that brings dreams, visions, and near-death experiences visually to you. I hope that you are all having a very beautiful and blessed day. If you are blessed by the content created here on the channel, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, as well as hit the notification bell so that you are constantly notified when new content is added to this channel weekly. The first Rapture Dream that I will be sharing with you today was emailed in by our dear brother in Christ, Paul, where he shares with us his friend Angela's intense rapture dream. She had seen a lot of destruction and millions of people that were screaming. And in his email, it says, "Hello, and thank you for taking the time to read this dream. I am sending this on behalf of my dear friend and sister in the Lord, Angela. She was told to warn the world of what was going to happen soon. She was unaware of any part of what she is going to share was in the Bible. She was not a follower of Jesus at the time of this rapture encounter and destruction that she witnessed. She had no idea of the timeline we were in. Here is her message and dream. I am a baby Christian and I am still learning and growing. I can't wait to hear the sound of the trumpets and be with all of my brothers and sisters in Christ with Jesus forever. I feel that He is coming so soon, and the amount of urgency I feel is pretty crazy. Once I got saved, I was telling a lot of people, which include friends and family along with neighbors, that He is coming soon. Unfortunately, I feel like no one wants to listen to me or take this seriously. I feel like I am in a season right now where I am being worn out, and I've been keeping my mouth quiet about it. I still tell people that the Lord is coming, but it's just to strangers now. For some reason, it's easier for me to talk to them than people in my own life. It's very weird. The persecution from family and friends is pretty hard at this time. I had this dream before I was saved. The dream was in June of 2019. Once I was saved, this all made sense. My dream had started off where I was outside of the earth in space, and I was looking down at our planet. As I was looking down, I then noticed that there was a giant comet that had crashed, and this comet had crashed into the Atlantic Ocean right near Florida. I then looked at the west coast of the United States and I saw so much fire. There were pockets of fire from California to Washington, all the way out to the Midwest. Wyoming and Colorado looked like they also had been hit with fire. Then I noticed further east that there was some more fires in a tornado alley area of the US. It was the most intense vision that I have ever had in my life. As I was looking down at the earth, I could then hear millions of people that were screaming. I could feel the violence and hatred on the planet. I could feel how ugly this world was. But I felt calm being on the outside of the planet, just watching and looking at it all. I had so much peace and calmness. I then realized that I wasn't supposed to be on the earth, that this place was never my home. I noticed something in my peripheral blowing in the wind. I looked down and I saw that it was the bottom of a white robe or a dress that I began wearing. I didn't notice anyone else around me, but I felt so much peace and I knew that I was okay. After this vision, I was sort of pulled back and I could see the earth becoming smaller and smaller. and I could see a lot more fire, sadly. After that, I was zooming back to the earth. I have told a few Christians online about this, and some have said that it was an amazing vision, and others have said that it was not of God. I am still newly saved, but it felt so real. At the time, I couldn't understand what it meant, but I did get the feeling that it was about me not belonging here on earth. I have always felt different than others my whole life, and I was always searching for the answers as to why I was even here to begin with. Once I got saved, it all made sense. From your sister in Christ, Angela. Thank you so much, Brother Paul, for emailing in your sister in Christ, Angela's intense rapture dream with the channel. It is definitely urgent, and I am happy that I was able to share it here on the channel. May God bless you both. The next two rapture dreams that I will be sharing with you were emailed in by our dear sister in Christ, Christina. And in her email, it says, "Hello, Amber. My name is Christina, and I hope that these dreams bring peace and comfort. I had one rapture dream that I was at my mother's house. In this dream, it started to get very dark outside. I noticed that there were a lot of people in the backyard and on the streets. It seemed as though they were hanging out. All of a sudden, I felt myself slightly vibrating and becoming a bit transparent. I then noticed how I started to rise, and I remember thinking I was going to hit my head on the ceiling, but I went right through the roof. I immediately knew that it was the rapture. I was floating up to the sky along with others. There were more people on the ground than those who were floating up. After this, I had suddenly woke up from my dream." My second dream that I had started off where I was standing on a pier and I was with my children. I then saw a massive rainbow that had appeared. It was coming out of the pier and shooting into the sky. The colors were so much more vibrant than any color here on earth. I got a sense to look out over the water to the east. When I looked up, I saw a figure coming out of the clouds in the distance. It looked like it was a total of 3, but maybe more, floating towards us, with one being in the front and the others behind the one who was leading. They had on white clothing with the sash around the chest. I started saying loudly, "It's Jesus, it's Jesus." I can't describe the excitement that I felt. My 2 children were standing on the pier closer to the railing. I was looking over their heads at Jesus coming. I then saw my children's clothing turning white, and I remember briefly looking down and noticed that my clothing had not changed, but I was so excited, yelling louder and louder that it was Jesus. Then my clothes started turning white, and then I had woken up from my dream. I have had multiple rapture dreams in the last couple of years. I do love having them because they bring us so much comfort, and they are amazing and feel so real. From your sister in Christ, Christina. Thank you so much, sister in Christ, for sharing both of your rapture dreams with the channel. They were both so very encouraging, and we need it so much in these end times. May God bless you and your family as well.